It's day 6, it's raining. We knew the rain was coming, we knew that it was going to be along this trip at some point. It's been predicted for pretty much all of the trips so far, and we've escaped most of it, obviously apart from the snow and the sleet as we made that mountain pass at Avonmore. Today we have no real set plans apart from just to work our way around the coast a little bit more, see what we find along the way, try and spot some puffins if we can, and enjoy ourselves and kind of enjoy the scenery that we have up here. It was a pretty awesome road that we drove past and down yesterday afternoon. Obviously stopped off at the old school restaurant, which was really nice. Absolutely amazing fish and chips, and the salmon starter was very tasty as well. The facilities here a little bit far away to walk, so a bit of a trek this morning to use those, but we've got ourselves sorted, got ourselves into a good routine.
Daddy,
Yeah.
I licked my lipstick so it was yummy.
To say it was nice and yummy. You liked it, did you? It was nice fish and chips. We're going to pop back there again for breakfast this morning. The little cafe that's here has got a sign out there saying that it's closed from the 1st to the 17th, so not open at the moment. But the place that we stopped off yesterday hopefully will be. So join us on today's adventure.
The sun's come out for you guys, which is nice. Looks like it's going to be a nice little day for you guys. So this island is owned by the Scowry Estate, but it's managed by the Scottish Wildlife Trust. So myself, I'm Ellie, and this is Phoebe. We're volunteering here for about 6 months this summer. There's another volunteer as well, and then we've got the ranger who's in charge of us all. So we're just here to count the birds and to give you guys some information, that sort of thing. So here you can see our island, and that white line is the visitor path. Yeah, so that's the path that you'll be heading round. We usually recommend you go round it anti-clockwise. That way you can get up to the Great Stack here, and if you're feeling a bit tired, you can just wander back down, or if you want a longer walk, you can go all the way round. So as I said, this is Great Stack, where we've had lots of guillemots and razorbills coming to nest. They've been coming and going, but they seem to have stuck around this time, so you'll probably see them, hopefully. And this is Puffin Bay, number 3. Now we've each seen about 1 puffin each so far, so they've been coming and going. Keep an eye out for their orange legs, yeah? So if you see lots and lots of the birds nesting, if you see a pair of orange legs, that's likely to be a puffin, so that's a good tip for you. This here is a good spot to look out for whales and dolphins and that sort of thing. And down here, Boulder Bay, we've been seeing a lot of seals around there, so keep an eye on the sea. You'll see their little heads, exactly, poking out, looking at you.
This marks a bit of a milestone for us. We're halfway through our trip now. After visiting Handa Island, we decided to push on down the road a little bit further in search of a place to stay for the night. We have had a couple of wild camping nights during our trip, and we thought today would be one as well. Pushing on through, we found this little lay-by. It was right next to this bridge that we crossed just before we finished for the night. Had quite a night's sleep. As the sun sets, you can see the view that we've got. All of that ridge line there, and then those mountainous peaks. All of you. Good morning from a bit of a rainy start. Rained a little bit throughout the night last night. Nothing too heavy. Wind wasn't too bad either. We've packed up camp and we are on the road at the moment, taking a scenic detour pass through this area here. As you can see behind me, some I think salmon fisheries. Almost salmon farming, I think is probably the right word for that. Just in the mouth of this lock here. So we're going to take a trip around here. The rain has eased up a little bit, so we're going to hopefully get the pocket up on top of the van again and give you a tour of this little pass. Don't really know what's on this road and what we're going to see, but let's have a look and find out. to camp for tonight. Murray's just behind us, and we're beachfront tonight rather than harbourside. Seems we can't go 2 days without at least being camped 30 metres away from the water. Sat on a bench looking out to the beach, spotting some seals, spotting some of the diving birds, and letting little one have a bit of fun on the sand before the sun sets. Got a couple of days to make it round to Skye, leaving us a few days in Skye before we need to head on back. But as you probably saw earlier, the mountain pass that we came through was a great drive. Van's been absolutely spot on. Using that four-wheel drive and that 2.5 litre diesel is absolutely great. So we're going to cook ourselves some steak this evening, have ourselves a beer, and see what tomorrow brings.